dear students of class 6, welcome to physics class once again. So as you know that in interactive class I have started chapter number 4, energy simple machines. Okay, and I have taught you there few topics also about work. Okay, so when work is said to be done, when you will apply the force and the body suffers a displacement and there is a movement, the object moves. We have even learned that why do we use the simple machines. Okay, simple machine, we use the simple machine and do the work, or we do the work without the simple machine is same, work is same, but by using the simple machine we need to apply the less force. Though the distance is more by using the simple machine, but the force applied is less than the what when we do the work without the simple machine. Okay, we have even learned the formula of work is that force into what d, that is distance, you can say, or the displacement. Okay, distance moved by the object. Okay, so work is equals to what I said, what is the formula is F means force into displacement or the distance moved by the object. Okay, and what do we use the unit for work? Unit. Okay, for work what we use? Joule. Okay, for force we use Newton, that is N, and for displacement or distance moved by the object what we use? Meter, that is M. Okay, so this also I have taught you. Okay, and today we are going to learn about the types of simple machines. Okay, so today's topic, what I said, types of simple machines we'll learn, as we have learned what is simple machine. Now how many types of simple machines are there? So there are 6 types of simple machines. Number 1 is lever, number 2 inclined plane, number 3 screw, number 4 wedge, number 5 wheel and axle, number 6 pulley. Okay, so how many types of simple machines are there? 6 types of simple machines are there. Okay, so today I will teach you the first type, that is lever. About what is lever, the types of lever and all I will teach you, and in the next class I will teach you one by one. Okay, these are the topics which I am going to teach you one by one, but today I am going to teach you about the lever, that what is lever. Okay, so let us start our class with this first type of simple machine, that is lever, that makes our work easier by applying just less force. Okay, so let us start. So now let us start with the lever. Okay, so out of 6 main types I have chosen lever to teach you today. This is the first simple machine. Okay, so I will teach you about lever. In the other class I will teach you the other simple machines. Okay, so lever is the simplest machine of all. Okay, we use this lever in our day-to-day life. Okay, I'll give you the example, you will understand. It makes our work very easy. Lever is a simple machine, it makes our work very easy. It is the simplest of all. Okay, in our day-to-day life we use the simple machine to make our work easier by applying just the less force. Okay, so what is this lever? Let us see. Okay, a lever is a rigid rod that can turn freely around a fixed point of support. So a lever is a rigid rod, it is a rigid rod, okay, and that can turn freely around a fixed point of support. In this lever what will be there? Support will be there on which it can turn around freely. Okay, so this is the definition of lever. Now there are parts of lever. In lever also part is there, so there are 3 parts. Number 1 is fulcrum, number 2 is load, number 3 is effort. So what is this fulcrum? Okay, so let us see what is this fulcrum. This is the fixed point about which the rod turns freely. Fulcrum means it is a fixed point. Okay, here it is given now that it will turn around a fixed point of support. So that fixed point of support is what? Fulcrum. Fulcrum will be fixed. Okay, now what is load? This is the object that has to be lifted, cut or moved. So load means it can be any kind of object that need to be lifted, moved or cut. Okay, it can be any kind of object which we need to cut or we need to move or we need to lift. Okay, now effort. What is effort? Effort means that this is the force that one needs to apply on the machine to perform the task. So to do any task, still you are using a simple machine, we need to apply force, then only we can do our work. Okay, so that effort means that we are applying the force. Effort means what? Force. Effort is what? Force. Okay, force that we need to apply on the machine to do the work. Okay, so these are the 3 parts: fulcrum, load, effort. Okay, so now we will learn about what is load arm and what is effort arm. Okay. So for example, you see here, what I am going to make is that I am going to make lever. Okay, I am making the first class lever. I will tell you about this, that what is first class lever, second class, third class is there. Okay, so first of all, you see in the case of lever also. Okay, so this is a lever I have made. Okay, so in the lever, what I said, there are three parts. Okay, lever is a rigid rod. Okay, I made it. Okay, and fulcrum means what? It is a fixed point. Okay, on about which the rod turns freely. So this is what? This is fulcrum. Okay, now the second one is load. Okay, here will be the load. Wherever you want to. In case this one is a what is it? First class lever. So fulcrum will be in middle. Okay, and load and effort you can take any side. Okay, and this one is the effort. Okay. How many parts are there? 3: fulcrum, load, effort. I have made the first class lever. I'll teach you about this in detail. So this one is a lever. Okay. Why I have made this is that I need to teach you about the load arm and the effort arm. So what is load arm and the effort arm? Okay. So from the distance of load from the fulcrum, wherever the fulcrum is situated. Okay, wherever the fulcrum is situated, because in the three class of lever, okay, the fulcrum is on the different places. So wherever the fulcrum is situated, from there to load, we call that load arm. So in this case, fulcrum is here and load is here. So from here to here is what? Load arm. Okay, what it is? Load arm. Okay, and the distance from fulcrum to effort is called effort arm. What we call that? Effort arm. Okay, so don't always keep in mind that I said you that load, load arm means from load to fulcrum, so you will search fulcrum in the middle. No, not that. Wherever the fulcrum will be situated, from there to load. If the fulcrum is here and load is here, so from here to here it will become load arm. Okay, so depending upon the types of lever. So just to show you that what is load arm and effort arm, I have made this lever, that is first class lever. Okay, so this is the load, this is the effort, this is the fulcrum. Okay, the distance between the load and the fulcrum is called load arm. Between the fulcrum and effort is called the effort. Okay, so now let us learn the types of lever. Okay, how many types of lever are there? I said 3 types of lever are there. Class 1 lever, or you say first class lever, class 2, class 3 lever. Okay, so now we are going to see the types of lever and their examples, and it is very interesting and very easy also. So let us see that. Okay, so now I am going to teach you the types of lever. So how many types of lever are there is that class 1 lever, class 2 lever, class 3 lever. So first of all, let us see what is this class 1 lever. So in class 1 lever, I said you that in lever 3 parts are there: fulcrum, load, effort. So in class 1 lever there are 3 parts. Okay, in all the levers there are 3 parts. Okay, so in case of class 1 lever, your fulcrum will be in the middle of this load and the effort. Okay, it doesn't need that it should be in the middle. Okay, it can be somewhere in the middle of this, like effort and load will be side. Okay, and fulcrum will be in the middle. Okay, so what is the example of this first class lever is scissor. Okay, scissor you have seen. This is the scissor. Okay, and this one I am making the cloth. Okay, which we are going to cut. So this scissor is an example of what? Class 1 lever. And how this scissor is a first class lever? Where is fulcrum? Where is load? Where is effort? So fulcrum, what is it? Is a fixed point. So here you will see a fixed point. So this is your fulcrum. Okay, and you will apply the force to cut the cloth. No. So this cloth is your load. What I said in the load definition. Okay, the object which need to be lifted, cut or moved. So in this case we are cutting the object. So this object becomes a load. And we are applying the force. So that force is becoming what is effort. So here we will apply the effort. So this is an example of first class lever. In first class lever you see fulcrum is in middle now. Even the crowbar is the example of first class lever. So you have seen sometimes the stones are there in the middle of the road. big stones are there. So how to move that? It's not easy. Okay, so they use a long rod. Okay, so this they use the rod. Okay, this rod is a simple machine, the class 1 lever. Okay, and this stone is your load because we need to move this. Okay, you are applying the force, and the force, that is effort over here. So this is your effort. Okay, and this one is a fixed point, that is fulcrum. Okay, so with the help of this lever, that is a simple machine, we can easily move this big huge stone that is so heavy. We can remove that with the help of this simple machine. Other example of simple machine is seesaw. So many other example is there of what you say, class 1 lever. Now let us see that what is class 2 lever. Okay, in class 2 lever, okay, load will be in the middle of this effort and fulcrum. This is fulcrum. Okay, this one is fulcrum. Okay, so this one is class 2 lever. So in class 2 lever, your load will be in the middle. We have seen here now that fulcrum was in the middle, and effort, and this effort and the load was side by. Okay, so same way in class 2 lever, here fulcrum will be not in middle. Here load will be in middle. Wherever you will see that load is in middle, that means it is a class 2 lever. Okay, so for example, nutcracker. You have seen a nutcracker. This one is a nutcracker. Okay. So how do you crack the nut? You keep the nut in the middle. This one is a nut. Okay, so this nut becomes your load. L means load. Okay, this one is your fulcrum. Here is your fulcrum, and here you apply the effort to crack this nut. Okay, so here we apply the effort. Here we apply the effort. So you can see now that load is in the middle. So this one is what? Class 2 lever. Okay, nutcracker is a class 2 lever. So this one is a class 2 lever example. Now other example is a bottle opener. This one is the bottle. I want to open the cap of this, so I will use the bottle opener. Okay, so here I will apply the effort, the force to open it. Okay, this one is my fulcrum, and here is my load. Okay, this one is my load. Load is in the middle. So my load is in the middle. You can see here, this one is the cap, this is in the middle. Okay, so this one is the fulcrum, this one is my load, and this one is my effort. Okay, so this is the example of class 2 lever. Other example is also wheelbarrow is there. Okay, so many other example is there of class 2 lever. So one more example is there is the door. Okay, which we every day open and close the door. That is also an example of class 2 lever. How? Okay, so in the door you see their hinge are there. Here you see the hinge are there, which is fixed to the wall. So this one is what is fulcrum. This one is fulcrum. This door is your load. Okay, and the force we apply to move becomes the effort. Okay, this one is the load, and we apply here the force, that is effort here, to push or pull the door. Okay, so this was about the class 2 lever. Now let us see what is this class 3 lever. So in case of class 3 lever, okay, effort will be in middle. What will be in middle? Effort between the fulcrum and load. Okay, so in class 3 lever, your fulcrum and the load will be side by, and effort will be in middle. For example, tongs. Okay, you have seen tongs in this way. What you do is that you apply the effort in the middle. Your effort is here. This is your fulcrum. Okay, and here your load is whatever you want to pick with this tong. So load will be. So you can see effort is in the middle. So this becomes the class 3 lever. Don't think that here effort is there, in every case effort will be this side only. Okay, it can be any side. Effort can be any side. Fulcrum can be any side. Okay, but load should be in middle. Effort should be in middle. Fulcrum should be in middle. In case of class 1 lever, fulcrum should be in middle. In case of class 2 lever, load should be in middle. In class 3 what is a lever, effort should be in middle. Though it can be in any side, this too can be any side, okay, but this all in each class should be in the middle. Okay, so in class 3 I said you that effort will be in the middle of load and fulcrum. Okay, so this was the example, that is tongs. Okay, fishing rod is also an example. Fishing rod is in this way. Okay, here fish is there. Okay, here fish is there. So your fish is the load. You are using your hand to do. Okay, you are using your two hands. So your one hand will become your fulcrum, your fixed point. Okay, and one hand will be your what, effort. So you can see that effort is in the middle. Okay, this I have shown you as an example of class 3 lever. Even cricket bat, user, these are the examples of class 3 lever. Even the human arm act as a lever. This is also a simple machine. Our arm, the human arm, they also act as a simple machine that comes in the category of lever, that comes in the category of class 3 lever. Okay, so how it is so is that our elbow acts as a fulcrum, the fixed point. Okay, and our upper arm muscle. Okay, upper arm muscle, it is here somewhere. So it is in the middle. Okay, here fulcrum, elbow, effort will be here. Okay, and the load which we need to grab, we need to catch, lift, whatever, so that in our hand that will act as a load. So fulcrum, okay, effort is in the middle, you have seen, and what is here is the load. So that becomes the class 3 lever. That means human arm is also a lever. Okay, and that comes in the category of class 3 lever. So for today I have taught you about the types of lever, and I have said you that in class 1 fulcrum will be in middle, class 2 lever, load will be in middle, class 3 what will be the effort will be in the middle. So sometimes you might get confused that in which lever what is in middle. So what you can do is the simple thing you can learn is this. Okay, F-L-E, flee. What you can learn is flee, F-L-E. Okay, F means fulcrum, L means load, E means effort. Okay, so this F-L-E means what? In class 1 lever, fulcrum is in middle, in class 2 lever, load is in middle, and in class 3 lever, effort is in middle. So now your confusion will be clear. If you will learn this F-L-E, flee, okay, so your confusion will be clear that in class 1, fulcrum will be in middle, class 2, load will be in middle, class 3, effort will be in middle. And this you can place any side. Whatever is left, you can place it any side. Okay, so it becomes now very easy. So you learn F-L-E, flee. Okay, so for today after this much, whatever I have taught you, learn at home. Okay, and I'll give you one question is there after this exercise. Okay, so I'll send you as a homework, you will do. Okay, and if you have any problem, I will correct in my next class. Okay, so for today up to this much. Thank you.